Hey everyone, it's Marco here and welcome to Droid Goblin, where we will be bringing you everything that's Android related. In today's new video, I'll be kicking off a brand new series titled The Top Games of the Week. This is the very first episode. I'm very excited, so let's begin. Starting off with our first game, we have Dumb Ways to Die 2, a sequel to the game that literally pokes fun at trying to not kill yourself. If you enjoyed the first game, which included minigames which are both fun and challenging, then you're definitely going to enjoy this one. Where the original had you randomly completing one mission after the next, Dumb Ways to Die 2 lets you cruise around a mini city, with different challenges on display at each stop. Speaking of challenges, they've created a whole new range of tasks that will have you tapping and swiping your phone like a crazy person in order to complete the task in time. Dumb Ways to Die 2 is a great way to spend a few occupied minutes, and we recommend that you go and try it out today. Now, I've been a fan of every single Grand Theft Auto game ever since my preteen years had me driving a rampaging fire truck through the streets in GTA 2. But unfortunately, I missed the GTA Chinatown Wars, as by the time it made its way to the next-gen consoles, I was already focusing on their newer titles. Therefore, I was relieved when GTA Chinatown Wars finally made its way to the mobile version. Instantly, GTA fans will recognize that the graphics are somewhat different now, as Rockstar opted for cel-shading visuals rather than the usual 3D graphics. But personally, I still think they look incredible. And yes, just like every other GTA game, you'll be doing the usual drive-bys, narcotic acquisitions, and hijacking motorists, well, simply because you can. Even though the Android version isn't an exact port of the PSP version, as some missions aren't included, if you're a fan of the series, then you definitely need to give Chinatown Wars a shot, as there's simply so much fun involved in this game. Next up we have Two Dots. Two Dots is a calming yet thought-provoking game from the creators of Dots. If you've already started playing this game and you think that you've played it before, you'd be half right. Two Dots is virtually the same game as the original, and when you start off it actually feels like it's still the same game. However, once you start bounding through the levels, you'll soon realize where the differences lie. Firstly, the music has been improved and brings a much needed effect to the overall gameplay, as peaceful beats calm your senses. Two Dots is essentially a matchup game, where you have to join up two or more dots in order to eliminate them. Sounds easy enough, but once the objectives start becoming more and more complicated and new level designs are introduced, you'll start to realize why they brought in that music. Don't worry about finishing the game though, as Two Dots comes with over 130 levels, as well as the Angry Birds style 3-star rating system for each level. The game's new elements bring a fresh new twist to the original gameplay, and considering that it's free, you definitely need to go and give Two Dots a try today. Now remember Super Hexagon? Well, now there's Barrier, an equally addictive, equally drug-induced avoid-em-up game. Barrier fills your body with adrenaline as the sound of fast-paced electro music moving to the beat of your little spacecraft as it hurtles towards oncoming walls makes it a game that you'll literally never want to put down. Well, now there's Barrier, an equally addictive, equally drug-induced avoid-em-up game. Barrier fills your body with adrenaline as the sound of fast-paced electro music moving to the beat of your little spacecraft as it hurtles towards oncoming wars makes a game that you'll never want to put down. As you might have realized now, this game is extremely hard, which for some reason made it more addictive than I possibly ever could have imagined. Even though it's a paid game, you'll soon realize how little that actually matters, as trying to simply finish the game on the first level is an achievement in itself. The game itself is structured around your little spacecraft dodging oncoming walls, where you'll have the ability to shoot rockets as well as smash through these walls, which sometimes does come in quite handy. The electronic beats fits the game perfectly, especially if you're a fan of the genre, and I highly recommend Barrier if you want to help pass the time in the most exciting way. And finally, for our game of the week, we have 80 Days. There's not so many games that have as much thought and detail placed into them when compared to this game, as I stumbled across this one and I was instantly submersed into its immersive storytelling. Based on the 1872 story with an incredible steampunk twist, it focuses your character and assistant to Phileas Fogg as they travel around the world by any means necessary in, you guessed it, under 80 days. First of all, let's look at what it is. 80 Days is a choose-your-own-adventure style of game, making you circumnavigate around a 3D globe, traveling by the usual means such as boats and trains, as well as all the way to some not-so-conventional means such as an airship or mechanical camel. Now, some may not really call this a game, as it often has you reading lengthy paragraphs and you simply need to choose where to go. And even though I'm not really a fan of steampunk, after playing this for a few minutes I was instantly hooked, especially thanks to its imaginative story and magnificent visuals. 80 Days is a great exhibition in game making, and I definitely recommend you go and try it out today, as I'm sure you'll be playing through the storyline multiple times over. So thanks very much guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and please let me know what you think in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Droid Goblin channel, as we're going to be releasing more videos as the days and weeks go by. This is just the beginning. Other than that, it's Marco here from the Droid Goblin channel, and I'll see you guys next time.